Hi and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, apologies that I haven't done a tutorial in a couple of weeks. It's just been a really hectic time. We've moved house, moved city, moved country really. So we're now in Manchester and we're renovating the house at the moment, so apologies as well for the background. We're waiting for our sort of new background to arrive. I think it got sent to our old address, so we're not quite sure where it is at the moment, so we're gonna have to do with what we have. Yeah, so apologies for that. Okay, so to today's tutorial, and I'm going to do a sort of universal makeup look. So a look that's suitable for a lot of different occasions, due to the fact that it's quite a sort of subtle, natural look. We are going to be using quite a lot of product and applying quite a lot of makeup, but it won't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, as it's quite a sort of natural look. And I would say that this look is suitable for work, for a job interview, if you're going out for the day, shopping with your friends, a date, anything like that really, it's perfect. And it's also suitable for all ages. So I've already applied my foundation just to smooth out my skin, and I've applied concealer to the under eye area, my eyelids, just because they have been very red recently, and around my nose, where I also tend to get some redness. So the first thing I'm going to do is my brows. I actually had my brows tinted and threaded a couple of weeks ago, so I'm finding them much easier to sort of do in the mornings. As all I have to do is sort of fill in where the gaps are. And I'm going to keep this brow look quite natural as well. So that's all I'm going to do is fill in the gaps. So I'm going to use a sort of a medium brown colour and an eyebrow brush, an angled eyebrow brush. And then I'm just going to fill in those gaps. And I'm not worried about being too precise, as I don't want them to look too defined. I'm literally just filling in the gaps. And I'm sort of trying to mimic hairs by just sort of applying it in strokes. And the same on the other eyebrow. Having my eyebrows tinted and threaded made me realise how little hairs I have where the brows should actually be. But I would definitely recommend the threading. It just gives them more of a shape and makes life a lot easier when doing my brows in the mornings. And then moving on to the eyes, the first thing I'm going to do is apply some powder on top of where I put the concealer. So on my eyelid here and under my eyes, just to get rid of any creasing and make sure that my eyeshadow doesn't crease during the day. So just apply the powder all over, and this is just a translucent powder that I'm using. Making sure that I don't have any creasing under the eye before I apply it. And that should keep it in place all day for you then. And then moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this palette by Smashbox, the Full Exposure palette. And it's just full of natural colours. And I'm going to be using this champagne sort of colour. It has a bit of shimmer to it, so it'll give the eyelid a nice sheen. And I'm just going to be using an eyeshadow brush to apply that all over the lid. Tap off the excess. So just applying it on the lid and just slightly above, so blending it up. And then I'm going to take my eyebrow brush again and take some of this black eyeshadow and apply that to the lash line, just to give the lashes a bit more definition and make them look a bit thicker. So just applying it all along the lash line. If you wanted more of a sort of a bold liner look, you could use a gel or a liquid liner to do this, but all I want to do with it is make the lashes look a bit thicker. So I'm actually going to blend this in a second now. I'm just making it slightly thicker at the outer corner, just to give it a bit of a lift. And then I'm going to take the eyeshadow brush that I used to apply the champagne colour and just blend the black eyeshadow so that there isn't a harsh line. And then to finish the eyes, I'm just gonna curl my lashes with these Shuimura curlers and apply some mascara. And then take my mascara. And just pop that on to the upper and the lower lashes. I'm just gonna clean up anything that's dropped under my eyes. So moving on to the skin, and first of all I'm going to take some translucent powder and just apply this to everywhere that I've put concealer, which is really just the my nose, around my nose, and anywhere else that I tend to get shiny, so my forehead and down my nose and across my cheeks. And then I'm going to take some shimmer bronzer and apply this to where the sun would naturally hit my face. So the top of my forehead and across my cheekbones, up to the temples and across my nose. And this isn't gonna give off too much of a sort of bronzer colour. It's just gonna give a nice sheen to the skin. I tap off any excess after applying the product on the brush, just so I don't get too much product on the skin. It's easier to build than it is to take away. I think that's enough blush. And then I'm going to take a highlighter and just pop some of this onto the top of my cheekbones, up to the temples, creating sort of a V shape, down the centre of my nose and to my cupid's bow. And I'm going to use a small eyeshadow brush to do this. I'm just gonna take my powder brush again just to blend everything. And that's the skin done. So the last thing to do is the lipstick, and I'm just going to use this sort of pink toned lipstick by Tom Ford. It's kind of in between a natural and a bold kind of look, you would say, and I'm just going to apply it straight from the lipstick. And then I'm just going to take a brush just to tidy it up. And that's the finished look. I think this kind of colour gives a nice pop to the look without being too bold, and makes it suitable for a lot of different occasions. I hope that was useful, and next time I'll show you how to take this look into more of a bold evening look, concentrating mainly on the eyes. So if you're after more of a bold look, then yeah, please check out that video. Thanks for watching.